Okay, so I'm going to start doing my best at capturing my thoughts and experience with the GT350. So I'm testing this new microphone, so we'll see how it turns out. But I'm going to the gym. I'll take the long way around, take you guys through some of the things that I'm seeing, hearing, feeling, owning the car. So the only modification we have right now is the clutch spring, other than the de-striping of the car. But I have the factory clutch spring removed, and then have a Steeda clutch spring with their reinforced, or their mount to hold the linear spring, rather than having the little weird helper spring system that they had set up, from the factory. So that was a pretty significant improvement. Certainly made it easier to drive a little smoother, because there's like this weird engagement that you get with the factory clutch spring that they put on it. So we'll go the long way around to the gym. Car's not super warm yet, so we'll take it easy. But my first thoughts, the initial thoughts driving this thing, is it's such an experience. That was part of my rub with the M3, was that it just didn't have. I didn't look forward to getting in and driving it. I really look forward to walking up to it, because I thought it looked great. But this car is a whole different driving experience than the M3, which is is a great car. But this thing is, I'm telling you, this is a whole nother level. This is like a completely different animal, in comparison to the M3. So, I'll hope to take you through some of my thoughts, some of my likes, and there's a few dislikes, and hopefully you'll get the sense that, I'm not a Mustang fanboy, I'm not a Ford fanboy, I'm just an enthusiast of a sports car, and this fits that definition, I think, pretty darn well. It's a big car, for being a coupe. It has a giant hood you're looking out over, and it's heavy, around 3,800 pounds. But I don't get that sense. I don't get that feeling when I'm driving the car around. It feels very nimble. Now, when I'm sort of floating through the driveway, I can tell the size of the car, especially in comparison to the GT3. But the car feels, like I said, it feels nimble. It feels very planted. It feels fun to drive. It certainly sounds good too. And so what I wanted to do was get some videos in. I got 632 miles on the car. I don't follow any sort of break-in procedure, other than I don't beat on the car. But I hit about 100 miles, and I'm just driving it, and I haven't, I won't take the car directly to red line. Oh, nice of you to pull over. Are we supposed to wave at Mustangs when we go by? So as I say, I don't follow any specific break-in procedure. I just, I have my own little procedure where I slowly work my way to red line, and even then, even at 600 miles, I'm not bouncing her off the rev limiter. In fact, this thing is really hard to even get up there, because the thing just keeps revving and revving and revving. That's 4,500 RPMs. That thing just keeps rolling, which is the common take on this car. But hopefully I'll give you a little different take as an owner, and I guess a lover of this vehicle. My heel-toe dreams are still dreams. They're not reality. Oil temps getting there. is a freaking beast, man. I'm telling you. You know, and the interesting thing, you know, which I'm sure I'll talk a lot about. I mean, this car has, you know, similar horsepower and torque to my modified M3, but traction is so much better on this thing than the M3. Like the M3 would step out on me like crazy, and this thing just planted. It's so freaking solid. It's impossible to explain. I just can't believe it. You know, some of the things just that bother me a little bit is when you literally can't hear the motor. Like, the motor doesn't make any noise at all. But all you hear exhaust. So I'm hoping, you know, doing an intake and, you know, maybe making a few adjustments under the hood. I don't know what else I'd do other than an intake would you know, open up the, you know, the sound of the engine bay. But you know, I think I could live with just the exhaust node. And the brakes, oh my gosh, the brakes on this thing. So good. And you can't get the sense of it on a wide-angle GoPro, but the bite, the initial bite on these brakes is just unbelievable. So easy to drive hard though. Like, it's so easy to hit, you know, first, second, third. You do get quite a bit of feedback through the transmission, and I think what I'll do in this car is I'll so I can stay on topic, and then this will be my this is my initial test of the GoPros in this car, but I think I will just sort of break it down and make videos on individual topics. You know, transmission and clutch, and then break it down, and quality of the interior, and just sort of talk through those different subjects, and make it, you know, a multi-part series. Got someone up here on the road. Some little baby dogs. It's so great to. I forgot how much I enjoy rev matching on my own. So good. I'm telling you guys. Can't wait to get an exhaust intake on this thing. I mean, the factory exhaust is already great. And I'll probably delete the resonators to start and wait for companies to come out with exhaust options, but oh shoot. Double cops. I think he didn't have his radar on. Actually, I might start coming to the gym this way more often. I'll have to time it. So, anyway, I'm gonna take you through, you know, multi-part series about this car and what I think about it. And you know, whatever else, what other antics I come up with this thing. And so, anyway, stay tuned for more. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep